All right, y'all. Same YouTube channel as always. We are back. First to get into the comment from Popcorn Charlie space BLL. And he commented on my last video that I made when I was at the house talking about some different oil field jobs and stuff like that. Man, you get some good content. I got my CDL 6 months ago, and it's been hard getting a driving job in South Florida. And I'm thinking about moving to Houston, Texas with my sister. I need a company that takes new drivers. What's your advice? As far as the oil field goes, it really depends. If you're physically fit where you can get out, you can lift stuff. Matter of fact, just 2 or 3 days ago, we went out and we did a mock rig up, which was putting together iron, putting it all together up to the pump. We didn't do much more than that, but the main thing was to get us, for those that weren't familiar with it, what to do, where to hook it up, things that you'll run into when it comes to hooking up iron, knowing how to hook your iron up, where it's running to. And sometimes some of the processes can just be when you're gonna make your iron turn, where you want to make your iron turn at, and what's the easiest route and what's the straightest route, and what works better for the situation that you're in and where your equipment is located. There's certain stuff you do, certain stuff you don't do. You don't put chickens in an S. You don't put your iron in a bind. You don't run iron underneath equipment. You don't run iron underneath equipment. But you're going to run across all different kinds of things depending on where your equipment is going to be located at. If you're going to be on a frac crew, I want to go into more detail, but I want to make sure I stay on topic of what Popcorn Charlie asked. If you're physically fit and you can get out and you can do some stuff, and you don't mind it, you don't just want to drive, there's plenty of stuff that you can get into in the oil field and you can be really successful at. It's just a matter of, you have 2 kinds of drivers. You have in the truck driver and you have outside the truck driver. Inside the truck driver is the drive-in guy. I think that's a good analogy. Inside the truck guy, drive-in guy. Outside the truck guy, flatbed guy. Both of them are going to drive, but one's going to spend significantly more time outside that truck doing something that pertains to his job of driving than that other guy will. Flatbed is awesome, especially for anybody who wants to stay active in trucking. Flatbed will keep you out of that behind the wheel day in, day out, because flatbedding requires you to work. And as long as your knees and your back can do it, and you desire to do it, you can do it as long as you can. Just make sure you understand that flatbed may put some wear and tear on you. So the oil field, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not difficult work. Some of it is some hard work. Some of it is a grind. Some of it will wear you out before you're ready to be worn out. I've talked about it plenty of times. I've said it to people face to face who I met, and they asked me about the oil field. I said, hey, you've got this opportunity, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up until K. And you've got these other opportunities that if you're interested in it, there's a potential there if you want to go in that direction. I'm at an age, I know that stuff that's past K or past J, since we're JPTV, past J, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen. Where I'm at in the oil and gas industry in my career, I'm at peace. I'm well past like happy of where I'm at. And I wish I could have got started in the oil field at a younger age, but I didn't know about the oil field. Some of you are thinking about coming to work in the oil field and you don't know what it's about. I hope what I'm giving y'all is some information that's useful of some kind. Hopefully you can use this information and get a better grasp of the door before you walk through it. Um, 6 months of driving experience. There's plenty of stuff you can do. You may have to explain to the company that you're going to work for that you have. A matter of fact, if you got 6 months, you got a year. You got 6 months of driving experience, you got a year. Especially if your driving experience is driving a manual. 6 months to a year, about the same thing. Anyway, we'll be on this conversation forever. It does get cold in North Dakota, and it gets hot down here. It gets hot down here in West Texas. Midland, Odessa gets hot. As a matter of fact, since we're talking right now, Midland, Odessa is currently 80 degrees. And at a high, it's going to be 84. It's 80 degrees, going to be a high of 84 today. Wednesday, tomorrow is going to be a high of 68, 79, 70, 85. That's in Midland, Texas, at the beginning of March. Williston, a high today of 13. At night, it's supposed to be 4. Tomorrow, 17, with a nightly low of 9, high of 21, low of 11, high of 29, low of 22. And luckily, this is the perfect time between now and the next, actually these 3 months. If you're new to North Dakota, you're new to working up there in the oil field, it's kind of that perfect time. Especially if you are mindful on making a career up there. This is kind of their spring, to be honest with you. That because March is the end of winter. Like winter is really over with, but it's not over with by, southern state standards. Because southern states, if it got down to 4 degrees, them people be losing their minds. But it's really the end of winter, or what somebody said. I think it's Tanker Monkey on his YouTube channel. North Dakota has a first winter, a fake spring, a second winter, then another fake spring, and then what's left of the winter that you're gonna have to go through until May, late May, because your last snow is gonna come somewhere late April, early May. That'll be the last snow, and then you're completely out of that weather where stuff will freeze, and you'll be getting into mud season between late April, May, because it'll actually freeze at night. You'll be driving through ruts of mud in daytime. It will freeze at night, and if you're on day shift going to nights, you left work, the ruts were in one place. When you came to work, you made them. On your way out, you'll be driving over these ruts doing this right here because they just froze solid, and that's always fun. Can't think what else, man, because I'm just go up in here, fold my clothes, and get ready to fly out tomorrow. Ranger Energy Services, that's another company that does oil field, and they're probably hiring. Let's talk about the job fairs coming up in Texas and North Dakota. This job fair right here, the Williston, North Dakota semi-annual job fair. If you look on my YouTube channel, you'll see a link for it, and I'm probably going to stop this video here and then restart talking about the job fair and the ones in Texas also.